There's a big difference between the way both these scooters have been designed, and Suzuki has gone in for a rather simple and retro look for the Access, whereas Honda has gone in for a snazzier approach for the Grazia, trying to make it appeal better to younger buyers.
The Grazia looks properly modern and youthful with its sharp lines. Its edgy styling echoes Honda's futuristic approach, particularly the LED headlight and large turn indicators that are positioned on the front apron. In keeping with its position, the Grazia also gets a fully digital console, including a tachometer, and the console does look eye-catching with its layout and color scheme. The proportions are tight and the Grazia is compact for a 125cc scooter. The Access, on the other hand, is a taller, retro-looking scooter with simple lines. Its front apron is a lot more upright and houses long turn indicators that accentuate the tall feeling. The console on the Access is a simple affair with a white background. The rear end looks simple and even the exhaust is positioned horizontally for that retro appeal. Its styling has been received well, and I feel the styling of the Access will also age better as compared to the Grazia's exuberant design. The quality of plastics on the Suzuki is slightly better, which also adds to the scooter's appeal.
Scooters are powered by single-cylinder 125cc engines, and their outputs are identical at about 8.5 PS each. But the Suzuki Access feels slightly peppier, especially when taking off from standstill. But I think that has more to do with the fact that the Access is about 10 kg lighter than the Grazia and not the engine performance.
The Access and Grazia both come from Japanese manufacturers of the highest repute, and engine refinement is a given. Both engines feel extremely smooth, though the Honda feels slightly stressed at high revs, unlike the Suzuki that feels unstressed at all times. The Access is thus better when it comes to sustaining higher speeds, which also makes it the better of the two for longer stints in the saddle. In terms of acceleration, the Access may be slightly quicker off the line, but the Grazia offers a better mid-range punch, and both are on par with each other in this department. The Grazia's digital console isn't just nice to look at. It is also a cut above the simple-looking analog console on the Access, as it integrates a tachometer and digital clock, both of which the Access misses out on. The Grazia also gets a set of 3 lights to tell you how efficiently you are riding, though I'm not exactly convinced about it being used very often by owners. Both scooters get charging slots as optional accessories, and while the Grazia gets a small, covered compartment, the Access only gets an open pocket to hold your phone. Opening the boot on both scooters is easy, though the Access is slightly quicker, where you simply turn the key to the left, while on the Grazia, you need to turn the key and press a doorbell-like switch. In terms of under-seat storage, the Access betters the Grazia again, but only by a small margin, as neither scooter can hold a full-face helmet. The Grazia's riding position will suit younger riders better with its angled seat and lower handlebars. The suspension setup on the Access is also slightly softer, which makes for a better ride quality on bad roads, adding to its comfort. The Access soaks up bumps and potholes better as well, while the Grazia uses a slightly stiffer setup that trades comfort for sportier handling. The cushioning used by Honda for the Grazia Seat is also firmer, which limits its comfort on longer rides. The Grazia's stiffer suspension makes it engaging to ride, and youngsters are sure to like its handling. But despite its slightly softer setup, the Access feels equally sporty, if not better in terms of handling.
The Grazia comes across as a sporty and youthful 125cc scooter and is certainly likable. Its retro design is liked better by a lot of buyers. Everybody ranging from college goers to women, office goers to senior citizens all seem to appreciate the classic design better as compared to the Grazia, which has a lot more character, but I think is clearly intended for the younger buyer only. Well, to its advantage, the Honda offers more features and equipment, and I particularly like the LED headlights and the digital console, but the Suzuki comes back with a better ride quality, comfort and more space, which also makes it a better family scooter.